Hi Taurus, welcome to your June 2023 Astro Tarot Scope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Taurus, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. But remember, because they are mostly astrology based, you will need to check your ascendant sign. It's going to be the most accurate for you. With that said, they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So the first transit that I would like to explore over the course of June, on the 6th of June, Venus is coming into the sign of Leo, and she is going to be in that space for 4 months. Now, this is important for a couple of reasons. One, because as a part of that cycle, she's going to go retrograde, which is why she'll be spending so much time in your 4th house. Leo is your 4th house. Remember, I always use whole sign tropical zodiac. So Venus coming into the 4th house is a harmonizing energy for your making your home more comfortable, a more sensual place that feels safe, that feels like a place where the party is happening as well, potentially for some of you. This is also a chance to emotionally compensate with things, potentially spending, potentially with sugar, because Venus loves them sweetie goodies, all right? And this is important for you, especially because you are a Venus-ruled sign. Venus is your ruling planet. And so whatever she does is always going to hit you deeper than most others, aside from Libra, because you guys are siblings in that way. So be careful here when it comes to emotional spending and or eating, especially of sugary or sweet things. It's also possible that throughout this transit, and so definitely from the start of this month, a family rift or challenge, let's say you have had a problem with somebody in your family or with the family itself, this could go a long way to mending or healing that. Now, I wonder as well, for some of you, if there's a reconnection with family members or the like, which could be really nice. I wouldn't be surprised as well if there is a coming together with family members in some way, shape or form. It's also likely that there's great news coming in for you if you've got a home-based business, if you work from home, if you work with homes and or property. The retrograde will need careful consideration though, especially for you because you are a Venus-ruled sign. Now, if you are interested in taking that knowledge deeper, if you're interested in getting the most out of this transit, navigating the retrograde season as part of this transit as Venus as best you possibly can, using astrology, human design, and of course tarot, and I might even throw some numerology in. There is a webinar that myself and Denise Matthew are putting on. It's called The Bounty of Regal Venus. It's going to be a great webinar. It's all of the details are coming up. I'm going to put a separate video about this. You can find it on the link in the description. Keep an eye on the community tabs, and if you're on my socials, you will be hearing about it. All right, so for your cards, let's get into this. How do we unpack this Venus transit? For the month of June, you have, all right, so you've got the Three of Swords, you've got the Magician card. Okay, I love this with the Six of Swords. This is potentially you being I actually think this pass of Venus through your 4th house, which is a very emotional house. It's also an occult house as well. Not many people talk about that part of the 4th house, but it really is. What I love about this triplet for you, it suggests that some words or information that you would usually take on board and internalize and go over and over with, it's like this time you see through the spell, right? That's the Three of Swords with the Magician card. It's like whatever is said to you, you're going to pick up straight away. This person is saying this to get a certain reaction out of me. It's like whatever has had some kind of hold on you or your deeper emotions that's been able to prod and poke at you in that space of your life, your energy, your heart, your emotions. It's not going to have that same power. And then the Magician card with the Six of Swords, this suggests that this Venus transit, certainly throughout the month of June, you're getting You're getting a glimpse of how your home life can actually be when you are fully in command and control of your emotional understanding, outlook, resources, and power. And remember as well, Venus, your ruler, has a lot to do with money and finances. So there's money to be made from home-based things, or even, you know, interior design and decorating and stuff. It just relies on you really being in command and control of your emotions and not buying into what somebody is saying to you. So it's going to be a powerful one, that, I reckon. Now, on the 11th of June, Mercury, the lord of haste, speed, communication, short distance travel, is coming into the sign of Gemini. Now, interestingly enough, Gemini for you is the second house, and Venus has a lot to do with that second house, right? But Mercury is the, you know, of money, finances, and resources. But Mercury is the ruler of commerce and business and the flow and the transactional nature of money. So your finances here are getting a nice dose of coffee. Gemini coming into your money house as the ruler of money, cash flow, commerce, and business. If you've got a personal business, you're in for a good treat here because you're getting a really nice boost to that. A lot more inquiries, a lot more customer client base, you know, really starting to speed up here as well. It's up to you to turn those things into sales. Mercury will create the conversation for you. It will bring you the opportunities, but you have to close the deals, right? It's really up to you. Now, it could also see you having a lot of conversations with people around money, about money, around finances. You might even be able to come to understand money as a, you know, as an energy more when this transit takes place. This could be you realizing that your making money can be fun and can be enjoyable. Remember, Mercury loves to laugh, right? It loves to laugh, it loves to joke. It's a prankster, it's, you know, sometimes practical joker and sometimes an impractical joker. Whichever it is, this could be very good for you. And this transit is going to bring a lighter hearted energy to your money, you know, certainly for a short while, which I think for a lot of you is going to be a welcome break. So I like this for you guys. Now, for this, you have the Page of Swords. I love it. I love it. I love it. For this, you also have the Empress, your ruler. So there's definitely money to be made for you guys. And with the Seven of Pentacles. Now, I am going to tell you straight up, my dear Taurians, good news for you. There is going to be a boost to your finances this month that you are absolutely going to love. Now, you've got interviews, connections, clients coming in. That's the Page of Swords stuff. With the Empress, this is clients that have money. This is potentially opportunities through the job or the work sphere that is bringing more finances or the ability to earn more money. Now, the boost in finances that shows up this month, that Seven of Pentacles, is basically saying don't count this as a long-term thing, right? And that's not to say that, you know, you're not going to have any other opportunities besides this transit. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is the boost that you get to your money this month, put some of it away or put some of it into a solid investment. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what a solid investment is. I can only do that for myself. And even then, you know, I would seek outside help because it's not my realm, right? It's not what I know. But I am telling you straight up, the boost of finances that you get this month is going to be quite chunky, which is really nice. So you're to take 50% of that, right? If you win let's say you win 5 grand in a contract or from a client, or you know, let's say you just come into 5 grand, put 2.5 of it straight into an investment, into savings or something like that. The other 2.5, go nuts, right? You're a Venus ruled sign, so you've got to indulge a little bit. On the 19th of June, Saturn is going retrograde in your 11th house, and you've got Jupiter newly in your sign, right? So Jupiter is now newly in the sign of Taurus. You're getting a boost of vitality, an infusion of youth, of energy, of power, of gravitas, right? Of sheer vastness. Jupiter is going to expand you over this next year. Now, if you watched my Jupiter special on Nadia Shah's channel, check that out because I talk a lot about this there, especially Jupiter in the 1st or in the 6th house It can also expand the waistline. Sometimes that can be through pregnancy, but it can definitely see you putting on weight. So just keep that as a consideration. Now, Saturn is retrograde in your 11th house, which means you're probably rethinking your groups, your friendships, all manner of your social connections. And it might even be, especially after the Taurus new moon that happened on the 19th of May, I really feel like I feel like a lot of the Taurians, this is going to be a time where you kind of go dark, right? And not like dark as in phenomenal cosmic power. Not that kind of, if you know what film that's from, you are my people. But like this is going to be in the sense that you disappear. Like I think a lot of Taurians, we're going to see them just disappear. Like 6 months, you're just going to be quiet, ticking over, working really hard, and then 6 months time when that Taurus eclipse comes, the final eclipse of the Scorpio Taurus season, eclipse season series, you are going to come out. Like Taurus is going to step out like that, you know, excuse my language, but that pimp daddy, like I am here to shine, I'm here to slay, get the out of my way because I'm here to do it big, honey. So I am really looking forward to this. I feel like a lot of you are going to do that. It's going to be like you disappear, everyone's like, where are they? And then bam, like you just show up, like fully glowed the fuck up. I'm here for it, okay? Okay, this is an opportunity because it's a sextile. So Saturn retrograde is in a nice connection to that Jupiter, reforging old friendships and partnerships that you realize could help you with your larger life goals. It also could be a stretch goal that you've only thought about that shows up and is ready to move you forward, even though you feel a bit hesitant about it. It's like, ooh, you know, this is really big. I don't know if I can do this. All the stuff that we usually tell ourselves or do, right? Now, for this, you've got the Eight of Swords. You've got to be in it. You've got to be in it and you've got to be serious, right? That Eight of Swords. Jupiter will take the edge off, right? We've got Saturn, Lord of severity and, you know, seriousness and hard work and discipline and focus. Saturn's retrograde right now, which means he's giving us all a bit of an easier time. And Jupiter is the complete opposite to that energy where it's buoyant and laughter loving and fun and jovial and exciting and you know, growthful. And so what you get then is it's not all Jupiter where it's like, yeah, growth, so many opportunities, it's amazing. And then you end up dropping something because it's too much. Saturn is reining Jupiter in, but Jupiter is making Saturn, who is now retrograde, much more alive, much more aware, and they're working perfectly in harmony to bring you the best stuff. Be in it for the long haul, be serious when you need to be fun, laughter loving and jovial when you have to be as well, right? You've got the Two of Pentacles. This can be a very lucrative connection. Don't waste this, right? And then you've got this with the Justice card. There is a new contract that's coming in. And I'm going to tell you straight up, for those of you that have your own business or you're in that kind of work, this is something that's coming in that's going to be in it for the long haul. You're looking at about 2 years. It's not going to be a flash in the pan. So I'm going to say this to you. I think it's a fantastic opportunity that you absolutely, you know, and forgive the word, you know me, I hate this word, but I think you should go for it. Just be aware that whatever it is, it's going to be about 2 years. This is not going to be something that you can, if you're in it to hit it and quit it and then just get out, don't bother. Just don't bother. It won't be worth your time. If you are willing to commit to something for up to and including 2 years and to work hard at it and to really do good work, I'm telling you what you get out of it will be phenomenal. Don't know where that came from. All right, so for the fourth and final transit of this month, on the 22nd of June, Venus, the moon and Mars are coming into a conjunction in your fourth house, right? So you're already having this Venus transit of the fourth house, but this is a big deal. One, because it's Venus is your ruler. Two, because this is 3 of the personal planets, right? Well, 2 planets and a luminary in the same space, all in a conjunction. This is a triple conjunction. It's a herald of things to come for you in the space of home, family, property, real estate, your deep emotional outlook and makeup. Pay attention on this day because you're getting a glimpse of what I believe is going to shape up for you over the next 4 months as a result of that Venus transit through there. Now, Mars is the ruler of your 12th and the 7th, which means relationship matters are definitely going to be a part of this this conjunction. And potentially as well, for some of you, maybe there's a reconnection coming up in that space. It's possible, not for all of you, especially where emotions, marriage and relationships come into play. Venus as your ruler and the ruler of your 6th house, this is a new understanding about your health and your vitality. This could help you shift something in the home that helps you get the most out of your, your health and your routine. So maybe you're buying some exercise equipment. Maybe you're just starting to use the exercise equipment that you now have in your home. If you're anything like me, no matter how many times I've moved, I've always had weights. I've always had a weights bench, skipping ropes, kettlebells. Like, for some reason, I just can't help myself. So, don't let it gather dust. Do something with it. And then finally, this triple conjunction may highlight to you, right? Because remember, the moon is a spotlight in a sense, and it's mental activity and sensitivity. This could really show you where you are ready to start making the best and the most of what you are. I think you're going to be feeling a lot lighter hearted at this point than you have in maybe a very long time. And then for this, you've got the Hermit card. So this is where it begins. The 22nd of June is going to be where the Taurians, we're going to start to see them. You're not falling off. You're not falling off at all. This is just going to be where the Taurians start to maybe get a little bit quieter. They start to pull back. They start to withdraw a bit. Maybe they're not as active with things and, might be not doing so much of the social stuff. And that's because this is where your glow up begins, right? This is where you guys are going to start doing that work. For this, you also have the Moon card. So these two cards represent signs, right? So the Hermit is Virgo, the Moon is Pisces. And what this tells me is, right, like literally, first of all, the Hermit card withdrawing from the world, the Moon card represents nighttime. You're going dark, and not like dark, but like you're going dark. It's like, no, I'm just going to pull back. I'm going to work on me. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to really cultivate that self, that 4th house, that deep emotional self, that inner world, whilst cultivating the outer self. And then you're going to come back and you're just, look at that. And you when you do come back, you come back through the Queen of Wands, which is fully refreshed, renewed, reinvigorated and powerful. Now, it is also a consideration here that this transit might see you having to set some boundaries with family members or in or with a relationship of some kind. Either which way though, I actually really like this transit for you. And then finally, for your moons, you have on the 4th of June, you've got, okay, so that one seems to want out. All right, on the 4th of June, you have the full moon in the sign of Sagittarius, which for you is in your 8th house. This is happening, and for this, you've got the gate 36 and greener grass. This is going to show you where something that you have wanted or pined for or over, you're going to realize very quickly, actually, you know what? I don't want that at all. It may even be as well, if you've had problems or challenges or you've had a breakup, maybe you look at the person that you've broken up with and think, yeah, I had a lucky escape there. Thank you, I'm out. Another way that this could show up as well, because it is the greener grass, you may be ready to make a move and the universe may fight you on it. If that's the case, ask yourself why. All right. And then finally, for the Gemini new moon, you've got the gate 49 and revolution. This is known as the sleeping phoenix. And that 2nd house new moon for you is about your money, your finances and your resources. I think I speak for all Taurians when I say you guys are ready for a brand new financial destiny. And I've got to tell you, it looks like it's about to show up. Get yours. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. If you are interested and you want to be on that Venus webinar, get on the link in the description box below. I promise you it's going to be amazing. It's going to be jam-packed. There's going to be PDFs, there's going to be card pulls, there's going to be explanations about the transit, how it's going to show up, how it's likely to affect us, some of the key dates that you need to know about, all of that good stuff. And I got to tell you, I'm kind of proud of this one. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.